chat videos continued for a little while going into the next year, but there was, of course, one game that I absolutely had to be ready for at any cost because it was one that I knew would be pretty influential to me as a gamer, and not to mention it would be a lot of fun to do on the channel, and just had to be ready for it at any cost, and that was, of course, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Getting this game for the first time and just exploring everything it had to offer between the different modes, the characters, and seeing even more characters appear whenever that challenger approaching screen came up. It was magical in many ways, and of course I experienced this magic a couple times already with the original game and Melee before, but never to this scale, just because I knew I was like, it was new hardware. It was like, it was like new everything for me and my friends. Not to mention, as I started my adventure into this game, I would make even more friends, and basically through those friendships we established our main circles, and we're still friends even today. And it was because of because of this game that we were able to get to where we are. So I'm forever grateful, to be to be perfectly honest. So if you want to know for sorry, so for exactly which characters I tend to use the most, it was these three right here: Wario, Ike, and Ganondorf. But I also dabbled a little bit into Fox and Falco as well. And in the many matches that we played, there were a lot of shenanigans. Like, it was just messing around and just trying to make like all the weirdest, like goofiest moments possible. And I think I even did another video, a separate video where I was just pummeling Sandbag for a little bit while I was waiting for a couple of friends to show up in an online match, partially out of boredom, and also because I just knew it'd be entertaining. And I think it managed to form like a very specific audience, and you know what, that's good enough for me. But anyway, yeah, it was just like it was just a reason for us to like you know like throw out, like toss out all the all the life stress and all the daily hardships that we tended to. I mean, we were still teens after all, even though we had all this free time. I mean, we were still people with real things going on, and we needed to we just needed this moment to like and just kind of like wash it all away and just be ourselves. And even in our silliness, though, we definitely had our badass moments. We wanted to like we wanted to be the top dog and just try to like um basically show off our skills and whatnot. So there was a lot. There was just a lot. There was just a lot going on. We had a lot of a lot of good matches, moments. We even participated in some online tournaments here and there. In fact, there was a guy on Justin.tv, now known as Twitch, but through that website, there was a guy we followed, and by we I mean myself and Jeebaji, who funny story. We actually, even though we got to know each other through Brawl, we had actually interacted very briefly before in the Sonic Adventure boss battles videos, because we were trying to like I mean, we weren't really competing, but we would like because we would just like kind of dabble back and forth about how like about like hey, did you get that did you get that high score on this one boss or some such. It was really silly, but we had a I want to think that we had a good time on there too. And then it was the summer after this game came out. He messaged me again saying, "Hey, I've seen your videos. You seem pretty good. You want to play for a little bit?" And I'm like, "Sure." So we played. So we play on there, and then we just keep talking and playing since then, and the rest is history. So and it was through him that I ended up meeting our two of our other really good friends, Hybrid and Osaka, who we played a really good deal of Smash Brothers with, as well as other games that we would play way later down the line. And basically learning more about each other and stuff like that. but anyway, back to the online tournaments. Yeah, GBG and I participated in this guy's tournaments for a pretty good deal. Um, eventually, this guy had to stop because I guess it was due to a lack of interest. I mean, it was going on for a little while, so so I guess it's only natural that you get, that you want to, like, move on to bigger, better things. And through this game, I also collaborated with another YouTuber by the name of Twili Hills, and it wasn't just primarily a Smash thing that we were both interested in. I know for a fact they're also really big into, like, Pokemon and Kirby. So we did some videos through there too, talked a little bit, and um, stuff like that. We got to be pretty good and pretty good friends that way too. And there was also a time way back when, during, like, the early YouTube streams. I don't know if any of you guys remember those. It was basically just an online chat room that you could participate in if you had an account. You could share videos, you could, chat and stuff. It was kind of a mess, honestly, back then. And then I guess today, and I guess the YouTube streams that are on today are still kind of messy, um, but it was just one of those things. It wasn't like, it wasn't the typical live streaming that you see on, every other platform. But it was an alternative to something. Just another way for us to, network and communicate through that. But you know that's just how those friendships got going. So there were a lot of so naturally through this there were a lot of Brawl videos on the channel, and I mean a lot of them. If you go through the match archives, you could tell that we were just, we like we weren't we were I mean, it's like, yeah, we definitely wanted to be, play, be serious and, play to win, but we were also mainly just playing for fun. And I definitely had my willful moments. I was, getting really competitive into it. This was, like, I would say, like, probably the first really competitive game that I got into. I mean, of course, I got competitive with other games too. Like, I mean, maybe a little bit with Melee, a little bit with um, I think even a little bit with Custom Robo back then. Not to the not to the same degree as this one, obviously, but and then of course, yeah, like, Pokemon and Mario Party and like pretty much, if I had people over to play with, like, I wanted to show them that, hey, yeah, this is my game. And I wanted to, like, let them know that it's like, yeah, we may be friends, but this isn't going to be, the playground or whatever. And I was definitely full of it for sure on some of those days. But you know what, we learned from it. And you know as an adult now, we're definitely more more, more relaxed, more mellow. And once in a while the competitive juices start flowing. But it's all in good fun now. But where was I going with this? So it was, um through those videos, I I was just, like, really investing into the game. And it kind of came back to bite me because after, I want to say, about, like, 5 months or so, I just got really burned out and needed to take to take an extra minute to, like, you know rest and unwind and, um like, just kind of, try to find myself again. And eventually I did. I, was able to, um wait, I just lost my track of thought. Uh, but I took my competitive adventures to another game that came out a little while back, but I didn't get a chance to play it right away, and that was Pokemon Battle Revolution. I started making videos for that, like very early into the next year. Took a short break because, this was actually, during all this intense gaming. I was just finishing up middle school and also going into high school. So, you know new transitions in life, new settings, new places and things. And it was very busy and, to say the least. But I got through it, and all. And Oh yeah, the most important thing. Um, as far as like video equipment, I was able to upgrade to a Pinnacle capture card that I used for a really big majority of the videos on here before I had to eventually, you know, upgrade to a new computer, and that old capture card doesn't work on this computer anymore. Sorry to say. So, but I may get it. I may get a new one. In fact, I really want to for like future videos and stuff. But for the time I did have it, it was that was kind of a that was kind of a big deal too because it was like wow I can like make the picture look and sound so much clearer. And it wasn't enough I did that. I also ended up buying another new video camera. It was actually the same model that Matthew used for some of his movies that he made with a couple of his friends, and that definitely helped out. It's actually the same camera that I used recently for the last couple of games I played. So for Under the Knife 2, Galarians, and Fire Emblem and Custom Robo, and yeah, despite having to replace the battery in it just recently, and by recently I mean like 4 years ago, but still, it's it's amazing just how far like old things can still be reliable. And to me, Brawl is one of those things that was it's still one of those fond memories I can still really look and be like, wow, this is a game that made me.